life update video. I'm sitting on the floor because that's sometimes the most comfortable position for me to sit in. My health hasn't really changed at all. I'm doing well taking beta blockers to control my heart rate and my heart palpitations, and I'm doing at least 5,000 steps a day, maintaining my physical fitness, and yeah, doing pretty well for myself. Not working has been the biggest and best life change for me when it comes to my health, because I've noticed a significant improvement since I've stopped working, and so that's not likely to change either. One thing that I haven't talked about on my videos or my channel before is my sciatica. Basically, that is the reason why I am sitting on the floor. Pretty much where you sit and all the pressure is, that's where it originates. And then this pain can extend down the entire length of your legs. And I get it really bad on my left side, and that's been like that for many months now, and it's not going away. So I basically can't sit in a chair, like a normal dining chair or a desk chair or a bar stool, for very long at all. This is one of the reasons why looking for work is out of the question for me. People who know me but don't know my entire situation will comment on the fact that I could find working from home positions part-time. I have mentioned this in the past that I was looking into positions like that, but that was also before my sciatic pain got this bad. So that's been the only real major change since my last health update. I noticed the turning point was when I sat down at my desk on my laptop for a few hours entering a writing competition. So I was trying to do something productive with my time, and I ended up paying for that physically and still paying for it months later. So it's not seeming like it's going to go away anytime soon. It's just something that I constantly have to think about, and I'm always having to find ways to manage this pain. Rhea and I haven't been able to spend as much time playing games in our study because in that position at the desk chair I do not last long. So I got a footstool so I can at least have my legs elevated, but even that's not enough to stop the sciatic pain from coming back. So it's helped, but it's not a fix. And even sitting in the recliner or on the couch, I'm not completely immune to the sciatic pain in that position either. It just takes a little longer to start flaring up. That is a big deal in my life, and I don't know if people around me or people who know me or see me really quite understand the severity of this sciatic pain. I always put on a brave face. That's the thing you do when you have pain everywhere in your body all the time. But with my sciatic pain, it just takes it up a notch, and I just can't function. I just can't keep sitting in that position. I have to physically get up and move, or I have to lay down completely horizontal. So there's not really any other way to get rid of it for me. I don't need suggestions from anyone else because I've already tried everything. I know that this is worse because of my condition, POTS and fibromyalgia combined. So that's a lot of fun for me. Yeah. I'm actually happy with the way my life's going at the moment, despite all my health issues and the fact that I'm not working and can't work. Rhea and I have been enjoying each other's company this holiday season, and we had Christmas at home with Minyip this year, and it was really quite lovely. I will say the only time I've ever felt down about myself or my situation is when a third party, someone who knows me or about me or of me, someone else in my life, comes in and comments on my situation in a way that is not ideal.
Hey, your situation is not good enough for me.
I had to do a lot of mental work regarding that, and I've come to a place now where I'm happy with myself and my situation. And just because it's not good enough for someone else doesn't mean that it's not good enough for me, because I realize I'm actually really happy. So who are they to tell me that I shouldn't be happy? Because I am. Haters gonna hate. If someone ever tells me that I'm not doing enough with my life. It doesn't matter how they say it. It could be directly or indirectly, passively, aggressively, or passive-aggressively. No matter which way it is said, the message is the same.
What you're doing with your life is not good enough for me. It's not living up to my expectations of you.
That kind of thing is really quite abusive, quite harmful, not okay, not acceptable, inappropriate. I could label it a million different things. Like, you should never comment on another person's situation, and if they're happy, you should never rain on their parade. You know what I mean? If they're happy, let them be happy. Don't then say,
well, it's not good enough for me. I don't like what you're doing with your life. I don't like that you're not contributing financially to your life.
My finances, or Rhea and I and our financial situation, is nobody else's business unless we choose to talk about it. But I will add a disclaimer that our financial situation is absolutely fine. Nobody else needs to be worried about our financial situation. We're good. You know, I've got some savings from when I worked and I was paid a reasonable salary, and now I'm getting some interest on those savings, so I do have a little bit of money coming in. So that's nice. I must admit it is nice. I'm not eligible for Centrelink or any government assistance. I looked into that, and first of all, my partner earns too much for me to be eligible for any payments at all. So there's no point me even applying. And that includes the disability support pension, which I might add is very, very tricky to get approved for. Look, I've heard of a guy that had lost his legs completely and he still got rejected when he applied for the disability support pension. And it's just a lot of hard work to get accepted. Well, I haven't even bothered applying because my partner already earns too much for me to be eligible for it in the first place. Similar situation with NDIS, where you can get some help with certain things and tasks that you might need help with. So I did try applying for that and was rejected immediately. But that happens to everyone who applies. Everyone gets rejected pretty much the first time round, and then they can appeal or reapply. But the problem for me is I don't actually have a GP, like a local GP that I'm consistently going to. So I can't actually reapply for the NDIS at this stage. I might add that the last GP that I had ended up being a real doozy. We won't go into that too much. I'll just say that it ended up being a very traumatic experience for me with my last doctor, and I've refrained from seeing a new doctor since then, and it's been months, and I've had a real hard time getting medical help since that. It's getting looked into, it's being dealt with, and it's restoring my faith in humanity a little bit. People suck sometimes. Like, there's some decent people out there, but decent people keep getting treated so badly everywhere you look, and it's just awful. I've been the recipient of some real bad behaviour. Little intermission. This house was getting a bit warm. Had to tie my hair back, turn the AC on. Now we're good. So I was talking about how I've been really badly let down by people in the past and recently, and a lot of the time when you face this bad behaviour or you call it out, you get met with gaslighting, whether that be in the medical field or just people in my extended family that I'm not going to identify or point fingers at. You get gaslighted, and if you call something out, you might be met with,
well, that's not even a big deal. You're making a mountain out of a molehill. I don't get why that upsets you so much.
like, all of that is gaslighting and invalidating, and that's not okay. That's actually emotionally abusive. You might be met with,
oh, you're living in the past. It's not good for your health to be living in the past.
when past behaviors that have been harmful to you have not been acknowledged by this person who has hurt you. They have not taken accountability for their actions and just expect you to move on and forgive and forget without any work actually being done or any effort being made to rectify the situation, despite your efforts to communicate your discomfort. My advice for dealing with people who gaslight you when you confront them about harmful behaviors is to not have them in your life anymore. If they're so quick to gaslight you in these situations, you know one thing for sure: they don't care about you. They're not even trying to understand your point of view. They don't have any empathy for your situation, and you don't need to be around people who treat you like that. It's as simple as that. And this ties into my own health, because when you have POTS, there are certain factors that can contribute to flare-ups when you have POTS. For example, emotional stress. I have to be really careful where I put my time and energy and effort, because if I put it into the wrong people, then I end up paying for it on a physical level. Physically, because of my POTS, my symptoms will get worse in moments of emotional stress. So I have to be super careful with people like that. I can't have them around me. I can't be around them. I'm not going to be spending time around them because they're going to impact my health. I'm not going to become immune to their abuse. That's sort of a change that I've made. Since being diagnosed with POTS, I've realized I just have to be really, really careful who I spend time with. I wanted to spend Christmas with Ree this year and Minyip, just the three of us alone, because you know what, we never have, and we genuinely wanted to try, and it was lovely. We had one of the best Christmases I think both of us have ever had, because it was just so relaxing. We didn't have to worry about pleasing people who have unrealistic expectations of us. Alright, Minyip decided to join me. Not sure if it's going to be for long, but she just had a bath, so that's why she looks a little bit funny. Bless you. So when I talk about unrealistic expectations, there are a few things at play here. For example, if somebody is telling you how to live your life in any way.
You need to spend Christmas with me. You need to spend Christmas with the family. You have to be at this extended family gathering.
You have to do this, you have to do that. You need to do this, you need to do that. No one should be telling a grown adult what to do. If you are a grown adult, you do you. Rhea and I are very happy with the way our lives are going, the way they are, and things are looking up for Rhea. She's been promoted and she got an award at work for doing such a good job. Even though I can't get any government assistance, the government does expect Rhea to take care of me because we're in a de facto relationship. She is happy to do that. In the past, many years ago, when I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, there were a few comments about how good it was of Rhea to stay in a relationship with me despite my illness. And I don't think they realize how harmful those comments could be. That is like saying,
you are not good enough for Rhea because you are not healthy. You are not valuable as a human. You are too hard to be in a relationship with.
Never once did Rhea question our relationship because of my illness. My worth is not based on my illness. My value as a human being does not depend on my health. People put a lot of emphasis on earning money, and they put a lot of value on that. Why is my life any less valuable just because I don't earn money? Just because I can't work? I think there is a real societal issue with that. A lot of the guilt that I felt about not being able to work has actually come from external societal pressures. This expectation has been placed onto me. As a human, my life is only valuable if I work and earn money. But that's not true. My value as a human being does not depend on my ability to work or my ability to make money. I am lucky and I feel privileged by the fact that I have financial support from my partner. But my value as a human being does not depend on my ability to make money. People need to be more mindful about this and more careful with the things that they say to people like me who live with chronic illness. These expectations are placed onto people like me unfairly and unrealistically. When I say I can't work, I need that to be respected and understood. But because of ableism, it's not. Ableism is a real issue that I've been dealing with for a very long time. People expect me to function at the same level that healthy people function when I am not healthy myself. That is an unrealistic expectation. People have a real hard time understanding the vast spectrum of disability. I identify as a disabled person. I am not able to function at the same level as a healthy person can. But I am happy with my life. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And look, honestly, it's not like I sit around doing nothing all day. You know, I am valuable in the household. I do a lot of the cleaning and the vacuuming, and I try to do the dishes before Reed comes home from work, even though it's hard for me to do the dishes because of the standing position that I'm required to be in. And I take care of Minya. I make her breakfast every morning, and then if it's not too sunny or hot outside, I will probably try to do some gardening, whether that's mowing the lawn or doing some whippersnipping, cutting the grass, that sort of thing. So I do a lot of stuff around the house, keep it in working order, and I also enjoy my time as well with my creative outlets, such as filming and editing videos, painting my nails. I try to do that maybe once a week, and I've got an Instagram account where I share my money pics with Minya posing. She loves to pose with my nails when I'm taking pictures of them. It's pretty funny, and that brings me a lot of joy. And there's a lot of people in that community, they will encourage me and say your nails look great, and vice versa. So it's just a really positive space for me, and I've been really enjoying that. I also have other creative outlets such as painting, embroidery, and writing. But those are things that I don't do as often because they require a sitting position where my sciatica could more easily flare up. I think that with the things that I do and the things that I put out into the world, whether it's my videos or my Instagram pics or just contributing to the online space a little bit more, and even with my pieces that I've written in the past talking about health issues and things like that, I think I have been a valuable member of society, and just because I'm not earning money from those things doesn't make me any less valuable. One day, maybe it would be great to be able to earn money from some of those things that I genuinely enjoy. I just haven't come across that opportunity yet. I'm still contributing somehow, and that should count for something. So thank you for watching my video, and if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I will probably do more health updates in the future. It's definitely not going to be the major focus of my channel because it's hard to talk about this stuff, but this needs to be put out there. I am starving. I'm gonna go make some 2-minute noodles, chicken noodles, with peanut butter mixed in because that salt content is chef's kiss and recommended for people with POTS. So I need all that extra salt. Bye!